Hello and welcome to day 14 of 5 Minutes for 4 Weeks, practicing Hiroyuki Sawano's Call Your Name. I am working on the verse in the pre-chorus. Specifically, I'm practicing the verse, and I'm working on trying to, um, yeah, I am working on the pre-chorus, trying to play smoothly what I've learned so far, and then trying to add on some new material as well. Um, measure 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm working actually. I'm working on 17. I just began 18 yesterday. 18 is the same as 14, so there's nothing to learn there. Rather just the transition from 17 to 18, and then once I'm able to do that smoothly, I'm working on basically trying to play measures 9 through 18, and then I want to learn 19 and 20 as well. So let's see how that goes. I'm gonna move the camera. Oh, it was nice and center. That was actually not intended. Camera back here. Okay, so y'all can see the keyboard. And some of these cables out of the way. Okay. Hi, Dad. Thank you for joining. Quotation of the day. Excellence is never an accident. My first thought was that's saying, what was my first thought? I don't even know what I was thinking, but I finally figured it out. It's basically saying that that if you're going to do something what is that? This weird thing over here. It's probably marigold flower. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's a dried marigold flower. I'm not sure how I got there. It's basically saying that if you want to achieve excellence, it's not something which happens by happenstance. It's not something which accidentally happens, and oh look, you've achieved excellence. Sure, certain things might happen by happenstance. Certain things might just happen, and and you achieve a des- desirable or positive outcome, but rather than just something being good, for something to be excellent, that requires effort, that requires planning, um, that requires deliberate um, training um, and performance. That's not something which just happens. So that's the difference. I like this. This is just 5 words, but it says a lot. Basically saying that though we might be able to achieve things um, without necessarily trying, because like yeah, I mean I've given some speeches or whatever, performances without any practice. They weren't They were good, but they weren't excellent. To achieve excellence, rather than just pulling it off. What's the expression, off the cuff? Is that it? Um, it requires active planning. We got to ask ourselves in life: do we want to just get by, or do we want to do things excellently? Sometimes we only have time to do things good, but to do things in a good fashion, do things well, but to do things excellently. If we have that time, or sometimes it's worth making the time when we can. All right, good. These are not planned, by the way. That's just there's a quotation before, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, good. I'm all set here. Good. Have the song loaded to the to measure 9. Am I all set? I think so. I have the song pulled up. Timer is over here. Okay. Let's move this so I can see the timer on the screen. Okay, here we go. So make this a little bit longer. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably that transition coming in from here to here. Dun. Let's do it again. Do it again. Again. Still making that transition. There we go. One, two, three. Now the four is different. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then back to the. Yeah, there's no D there. Did I have a C written down there like the way that sounds? No, I don't. Or do I? No. It goes to here. And then back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, and then back to the first chord. Yeah. Possibly with a C here. So let's play with the music. I got a minute left. I want to practice this all. When she brings me coffee. That's getting better. Okay, that's basically it. Okay, good. If nothing else, playing along with the music is making me play it slower, which gives me more time to think before I change chords. So that's helping me hit the chords correctly. Obviously, still needs practice. Not obviously, but still needs practice. If you don't know the song, you might not know that. But yeah, it needs practice still, which I plan to continue doing. It's sounding nice though. I'm enjoying this, so this is a fun one. I kind of want to continue with keyboard after this. I feel like a big part of it though is how it's not just easily, the word is flow. There is this, I don't forget his nationality, but this um what's the even term? Academic. Michali Csikszentmihalyi, and he spoke about this idea of flow, which is that when we do something, there's a level of proficiency and then a level of how hard it is. And basically, if it's too hard, um, you know, we're not proficient enough, then it just basically it gets overwhelming. If we're if we're too proficient and it's too easy, we become bored. I'm just double checking this. But that if it's a perfect balance, then we enter this state called flow. And that's basically this idea of flow is that we lose skills and challenge. Basically, that the ultimate when both skill and challenge are low, it's apathy. As challenge rises, it's worry and then anxiety. On the other hand, if the skill rises, it goes from apathy up to boredom, and then to relaxation, which is a state. It's the opposite side of anxiety. We're relaxed, but that doesn't do anything for us. If the skill level is intermediate and the challenge is high, we're in this aroused state. And if the challenge level is intermediate and the skill level is high, we're in the state of control, right? And both arousal and control are getting there. But when they're both ideal, when they're both high, then we are in this right. It's our skill level. It's meaning it's not too high for us. Otherwise, I would be in a state of arousal rather than in flow. But when they're both ideal, we're into the state of flow where we lose track of time, and we just you flow with it. And I've experienced this a few times, and it's a nice state. So I feel like part of it is if it's not flow, then at least it's control. But bordering arousal. When it gets to the point where it's anxiety and it's just way too high, and I get through only one measure, like that's not fun. But I feel like a piece like this, which is like a good skill level for me, this makes me want to keep coming back to the keyboard for FFF. Also, I feel like the angle is cool. Otherwise, I play guitar. Certain pieces there also make me want to stay with guitar. Let's see where I go after this piece. Anyway, thank you everyone who joined. Hope to see you all again tomorrow, hopefully 7:40 a.m. Eastern time. A reminder that there is a link in the description section with a list of songs from which you can make requests. And I think the angle of the flag from here is cool also. Just gotta sneeze and then wish you a good day. Thank you. Wishing you all a great day, and as always, until next time and beyond, keep practicing.